Hello and good evening, Neo. This is Mal, your Neo News forecaster. Starting to talk to you all again on a beautiful Saturday night. It looks like it's raining here on Chernaris. I hope everyone's having a beautiful time this evening. Now, of course, we like to start off with some of the rules here on the server. Make sure let everyone be aware we are a PvE only server with 2 PvP spots here. That will be on Northwest Airfield and in Tizzy. And of course, if you would like to participate in those PvP events that happen at Northwest Airfield and Tizzy, both players must be inside of the fence line, meaning you can't shoot someone on the outside from the inside or inside to the outside, and vice versa. Now, of course, I'm going to go on ahead, and earlier this week we had some little raids and trades going on. And Ernie, one of our lovely little players here who lives down on the coast, was raided. And since we're on 2 different time zones, he went ahead and made me a good statement. He wanted me to let everyone know that make sure you be careful out there on the coast. Freshies can be very dangerous. Of course, building on the coast comes with its many, many risks, like he does. But there's also a lot of rewards. Ernie here tries to help everybody, but he ended up getting raided. And most of his stuff was gone. But here on DayZ, and this is per Ernie's exact words, you don't own anything and everything here is just borrowed. And of course, kudos out to Ernie, even though it looks like his stuff was used in the killing of other players. But there are others that were there, and again, if anything like this happens to you players, please be aware that all you have to do is place a ticket. Make sure you join the Discord, go on and search for pound tickets. And yes, I know it's technically hashtag. I don't use the hashtag wording. I use pound. I'm old. I cannot help myself. And of course, go ahead and place it, and you have all the information that you need. And let's see, like I said, I haven't really been on past this week because I've gone back to school full-time and work full-time. But let me take a look here and see how things are going. To some of our newer players, if you have not been here before, if you want to try getting up geared a little quicker, try doing those radio missions. All the players that are normally listening here going ahead and try to help out the newer players. That way they can go on ahead and run the sites as well. And of course, oh, it still looks like it's raining out there. Oh, just had to take a little peek-sees there. And of course, if you need help building on things, there's more than happy to. Go on ahead and visit our trades channel. Chernaris has a pound trades Chernaris. Go on ahead and post in the links there anything you might need. Someone else might not need it, and go on ahead, y'all can do that. Meet up at our North and South Traders. North Trader is located just east of Novaya Petrovka. It's like a little tear-shaped pond. And the South Trader is located between Cherno and Electro. You can look up these areas on iSurvive maps. Neo has their very own iSurvive map, and that tells you which areas you can build on. Once you do buildings, you cannot build in any named places. Radio Zenit. Cough, cough. And you cannot build on Northwest Airfield. You cannot build on Tizzy. You have to be at least 500 meters away before you can build there. And of course, no other points of interest. And I'm talking police stations, fire stations, any other places that a bunch of loot might spawn randomly. There is even some of the hunt camps. You should not be building in the hunt camps. Anything with a name should not be built upon. And no, I'm not talking about every town because I know the town has a name, but there's those general buildings. Now, of course, we can go ahead and take a little look-see here. As you all know, for some of our players that have been here a while and you feel like dealing with those mods, or if you're doing some more PvP and raiding that Neo here does not offer, you can always go on head over to Neo's Clockwork side. We have Pacific Northwest, Livonia, Sakal, Bitterroot, Chernaris, Deer Isle, which I think Deer Isle's down right now, honestly. There were some issues, so Kirk is still working on it. He'll be eventually going through Nova Caustic, which is one of my more favorites, by the way. I just have to go ahead and get on there and check my base later. Um, but if you want mods and AI and people to shoot at you, those are the places to be. They are interaction preferred with other players, but 90% of the players are not really killing each other only because the AI are pretty tough out there. And now, let's go on to other things. If there's any tips and tricks people would like to know, you can go ahead and let me know. Go ahead and post in the Mal's Saturday Night Podcast. and keep you up to date on what other news we got going on here. I know Brightwheel has a couple boats outside his base. He was offering prison rides. You'd have to catch him when he's on, but he did make it quite open to the public. He just asked that you return the boats in working order, which means do not make them ruined. That is located just south of Camarovo, which is west of Cherno along the coast, especially if you've ever been to Prison Island. Now, I was thinking I was going to get on a little late tonight because I'll be honest, clinicals, I had lab today and it was boring. And I had to take me a little nap, so I woke up from my nap and came straight here to see how my lovely characters are. I'm also looking through here. It looks like we have some newer players on Winter Ternaris, which is under Clockwork Winter Ternaris with Action Preferred. We also have the on Nova Caustic, we have a few of our older players playing on there, it looks like. We know Cohen, we have Zen Strike, we have Crazy Joe. Looks like General Rebel is deciding to play out there, and Dig Dog has come back. Oh, yay, he's out there too. I need to get on and play with him later. I miss playing with him. So, let me take a look here. Oh, let's look at Shakal. We have a few people on Shakal. Yeah, on Sakal, my bad. Look at me, not even speaking right. Oh, looks like they had little bugging issues earlier today. Looks like that was taken care of. And I realize I have not been on Sakal in a while. I should go ahead and get on Sakal later, probably sometime tomorrow. I'm just feeling something a little different. And then, if you have never been to the Sakal, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. It is the winter-ish of DayZ, to where the best bet be once you get there, your biggest concern is making a fire. And of course, the Zeds. You want to
Wait,
find.
wait, just I gotta get in here, man. All right, you're good to go, though. You're good to go, man.
Hello, other character.
How you doing?
I
I'm
didn't.
Kaz.
Oh yeah, yeah. My name's John.
Hello, John.
Nice to meet you, John.
Hey, I can get you an LAR if you stop at the ship here. I stashed an LAR. I can get you
I've
an
got a
LAR.
bunch of them.
Oh, do you live in that base that I saw here at Berezino?
Negative. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn off my radio.
I was about to say, John and Kaz, I can hear you guys live on the radio. Everyone here can pick it up now, too. See, we also have for those who could hear everything that was happening there, there's some players that met up outside Berenzino, it sounds like, and they're offering each other trades, which is the heart here in Neo, one of the best things that we love to do and offer. But no, now I was saying, for those who want to get on Sakal, you want to get a fire, you want to get warm clothes as much as you can, because the cold will kill you before hunger or thirst. There also, you do not want to drink the snow. It does give you an option, but you do not want to do it. It is highly deadly. I think it's radioactive. And they also have like special little pills that I don't remember the name of that you need to take if you come across it, and to purify any water in the snow if you end up doing it. They have little wells scattered throughout the map, and the best part about most of this Neo's maps that you cannot find other places is you press M on your keyboard and you can see the whole map. And usually it shows your character. It also shows you which way you're facing with your character, which is very helpful for some of our newer players. And of course, if those who are newer here and listening in, you don't have any bases set up yet, going ahead and make sure that, remember, it is not technically a base unless you have a lock on it. The best thing to be was get some building supplies you can ask in the trades channel, but go find yourself some nails, metal wire, pliers, and a hatchet. Sharpening stones are a little harder to come by, but that's why I'm encouraging everyone to do those radio missions. Radio missions are the best way to get building supplies. Hold on 1 second, listeners. What, honey? Yes? Sorry about that. Casper's are making sure I was recording because I like to go on ahead and share this on YouTube, which will be posted later on under Mal's Saturday Night Podcasting. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. And of course, remember, you need a lock. If you find a lock in a gate, that's how you can keep your base safe. And for those who are building, on this server without a flag because they lowered the spawning time or the despawning rates. You need to make sure you put one nail in your walls. So you'll do one nail, move it to the next one, and kind of do like a little repeat thing and make sure you do it. I think it says up to a week, but I'm a little special, so I do mine every couple days. Once you are able to acquire a flag, that will become a minor issue. And it sounds like it's still raining out there here on Trinaris. Hope everyone's trying to stay nice and dry. And I hear elk and I hear a rooster in the background here at Radio Zenit. Now I'm going to go ahead and for some of our other lovely characters, we also have the General Classic. It is a mixture of the official servers. Of course, it's still Neo based. It is a PvP and raid server, and this one right here does not really have the interaction preferred that you can find on Clockwork. Of course, some of our older characters do like it. There is also its own little trades channel on Classic. I had a base on there at one point, but due to things, I'm just mostly staying here at my home base at Neo Noob, which you can usually find me and my husband riding around. And if you see a Gunter coming at high speed drifting around corners, you can bet that is Kaz. Please remember to stay out of the roadways here. You are likely to get run over. In a world full of dead people, basically, you have other players that can spawn the cars. When you make sure your in-name game is set, you're going to enter /car, and then you can do Gunter, Off-Road, Oga, or Hummer. The M3S is not available on this server. They turned it off to stop people from raiding. And now on to the next part here. I am looking to see if anyone else is interested in other building trips and tips here in DayZ. DayZ does have its own little weird glitches. Just be aware, of course, my players, I have to let you know that when the restart happens, it gives you the warnings. You will be kicked about 4 to 5 minutes prior to the actual restart itself, and you'll be forced to stay off to about 8:01, 8:02, or whatever the time frame is. So it kicks you about 4 to 5 minutes beforehand, and then another minute or two after. I like to tell everybody about 10 minutes till. Please go ahead and make sure that you. I like to log off. Do not be driving a car. Do not be unconscious because you will wake up on the coast. And once you die and wake up on the coast during a restart, your body is gone. You will not be able to find it. You will not be able to get back to it. So, just make sure everyone here is aware. That is why I like to let everyone know. Just checking out some things here on the Discord, so bear with me a moment. All right. Taking a look, see to make sure I'm not missing nothing. It won't let me. Okay. As you know, I like to come up with news for everyone else, but things do happen to change last minute. That's why I like to go on ahead and take a look here, make sure I'm not missing nothing, going through the different portions of the Discord about Neo. And apparently there is actually a neonews.org station that Kirk said he had created and he owes a thing to. So once we can make sure we get that taken care of, you can find some of my Neo News broadcasting up there. I'm hoping to have more events coming up this week, but I'm waiting on the update from some of our admin. I'd also like to say hello to Bubba Knock. He's one of our new admins that's been joining. He's apparently been a player for many years here, and they went ahead and you can go ahead and find him on the different servers, trying him out. And if you need anything, of course, just go ahead and place a ticket. He'll be one of the new ones that will go ahead and, check that out for you. And then you also have Shadow Ninja with his regular intel missions whenever he's available. And of course, everyone stay safe, play with others, and behave. Not saying we're going to, but go on a killing spree with zombies, not players, unless you're inside Northwest Airfield, which is actually kind of fun. I'm hoping we get some more PvP events coming up here inside those areas. There is a radio mission. I'm don't see the radio mission at this moment in time, but there is one where you have to chase the flag, and that usually the flag one is where you have a ton of zombies, and it normally happens inside PvP areas. I have seen it a few times outside by Baronzino and Starry. It's not often, but sometimes it shows up there. And of course, remember, on these missions, do not take the sea chest. Do not take the bag. Do not take the tent. If you are trying to pick them up, they will despawn on you and everything inside them will be gone. So, I know there is glitches where it doesn't despawn right away. So if you try picking up and moving it, taking it back to base, you come back later, everything inside of it is now gone. This is the one server where we don't have sea chests because they were causing too much issue on the server. So sea chests are turned off. Of course, you can find a barrel on a dynamic train. You can usually find the dynamic trains along the coastline or in random areas up north on the train tracks. Quite a few people like to run the train tracks, so you'll have to go on ahead and make sure that if you're taking them, don't take them at speed and watch out for other traffic. Now, if you need any extra food or water, they have the well scattered throughout, and sometimes we have players that will leave the food at North Trader and South Trader. I have not been down there lately, but I was down there about a week ago. Last I had gone out, I went ahead and left a piggy, but it's probably gone by today. If there's anything anyone here wants for me here to talk about on the news, if they have any new updates, please feel free to let me know. I'm waiting to see if there's any post on Mal's Saturday Night News. Let's take a look at those new updates here. Trades. Well, it looks like around 5:30 this morning, somebody was over at InWAF. Be careful going towards Electro. Who's spawning cars? All right, looks like MKRWYZL is spawning a bunch of random cards outside Electro, so when you're driving there, please be careful. He's probably a new character, not on the Discord yet, so he's just spawning, probably learning how to do the spawn. MKR. Of course, I'm sure one of the admins will be on very soon and they will take care of it because spawn cars in the road can cause issues and kill other players. And one of the rules here on Neo is do not make it a place where nobody wants to play. Do, 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 do. And now going on to other things. As you guys know, like Ernie was saying on the coast is a lot of fun. You can get building supplies off zombies off the coast over in the tier 1 areas. But you have to be careful. These new players are pretty dangerous. They come from servers where they have been beaten and abused, and they're trying to learn their way here, but they're not used to it until or they want to fight back, or they're just little turds that want to go on ahead and kill people because they know that most of the newer players come here and don't have a lot of experience. Which is why I always tell some of ours going ahead and meet up with some of these new people. But of course, always be cautious. It's okay to meet up with them. That's why we have the traders set up. No, they are not the automatic traders you can find on most modded servers. Because once more, the only mods that are on here on Neo are on the server side, not the client side. So we don't have to use mods, but that's where the cars come in. They are modded in order for us to have the access to them to learn to drive. Even though I will say I have been enjoying doing the running through this thing instead of driving all the time. It just takes time, of course. But you can really get to learn a map by doing that. You can also go right on ahead and while you're here, when you drive through the map, get to know it, because then this way, if you ever decide to move on, you can always know what you're doing and where you're going. And of course, like I said, once I'm done with here, I'm probably going to go ahead and get back on Nova Caustic. I was already got to go check on my base, and I need to go see about fighting some AI characters. On my I'm looking for a code lock, because again, that one's a modded server. I'm looking for a code lock for my base, and one of the best ways to do it is in the towns full of AI. So I would have to go and try to make sure I find it, but of course I have to make sure I don't kill the AI. But I will say, if I do kill the AI, I'm hoping I get a better weapon. I have the BK-133, which holds about 5 or 6 rounds, and it's one of the better guns, in my opinion, um, in the lower tier loot areas. My favorite gun, though, if anyone doesn't know me, is the SKS. I feel like it's a highly underrated gun for a lot of people. You can go ahead and put a bottle suppressor on it and a ghillie wrap, maybe find a nice good little scope for it. But 7.62 by 39 is not hard to find on the server versus your M4s, or other guns that take 5.56. And of course, if you want higher tier guns, I would highly recommend getting some NBC gear together, going ahead and hitting up Riffy or Pavlovo. Usually you can find higher tier loots, pox antidotes, which, by the way, so everyone knows, the dynamic gas zones on this server are turned off. So you do not have to worry about a bomb dropping you here, which for my newer players, any other server, they would be turned on, but Kirk and Susie was nice enough to turn them off here, mostly because we couldn't see them, especially when you're driving through them until you're already dying. Which I will say, before all this had happened, one of my favorite. Oh, it looks like another radio mission is starting. I don't know if this has already been going, but I've been sitting here talking to everyone for about 25 minutes now. So I'm guessing it's a new mission. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here, people. Ooh, Vladimir, farmer. It is the piggy mission, y'all. The piggy mission is one of my favorite ones. You're going to go to the barn where he tells you where it's located. You're going to take the piggy meat. And one of the reasons this is my favorite mission is because it's such an easy one. You get all this extra meat to go on ahead and stock the traders with it. So whoever's going ahead and running for this mission, going ahead and save as much extra meat. You need about 14 pieces for the bag. The bag was usually, once you get the meat, they'll give you the coordinates where you need to go. This is where I Survive is your friend. You're going to put the coordinates into I Survive, and that'll tell you where you need to be. Usually it ends up at some little hunting trail or hiking trail, depending on where it's at. All right, northwest of Dubrow is the farm where the piggies are located. And you have 43 minutes left to complete this mission. So whoever's deciding to go on ahead and go for it, please make sure to keep some extra meat and keep going ahead and fill whichever one of the traders is closest to you. You need 14 pieces for the bag to get whatever loot they offer you. I don't know what the loot's going to be, so whoever completes it, you can go ahead and let me know on the podcast channel, because I am actually very nosy. Let's take a look here. And in some real life news, we do have some pickle festivals coming up. And for our players that absolutely love pickles, like yours truly right here in front of you, I cannot absolutely wait for the one that's coming up here in Florida in April the 25th. I love pickles. Which is, if you notice on Discord's Facebook page, they put a pickle that says "deal with it" at the top with a little bit of shades, which made me think of it. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Oh, I have not been on this one in a long time. All right. Looks like Clockwork. There's not many people been on Clockwork lately, but there is a trade channel for Clockwork, and it looks like you can actually use this trade channel to talk about all the other servers here as well to trade them out. My character's good. I'd like to say hello to some of our newer players. Let's see. Kaz recently posted the changelog for those who are curious about our shelters, our flags, storage, and how to get tools. So for those who are not on the server, go ahead and join it. You can get an update there, including any IP ports to the other station. Let's see. And now, again, once more for our newer players, if you are killed outside of our PvP zones, please place a ticket. I'm seeing some things here I just wanted to get clarification on. This server, one of the differences between this server and other servers is our admins are actually very active here. They will take care of things. You may not get all of your stuff back, depending on what happens and how far away it was, only because of the fact that, again, it's a game and everyone has real lives to live. But usually we can get someone banned, so you don't have to worry about it in the future. And whenever the game goes on sale, we have those issues. Let's see. I don't have any update on the mission yet, so I don't know if anyone's made it there. Negative, no one has made it there yet. I need to get back on Livonia and check it out. Neo Livonia. I can't got on there, so I need to get back on and check out some of these things. I might end up doing this tomorrow, so I can tell you all the beautiful ways they look like. Pacific Northwest, I started playing that one last weekend, but it was on my husband's account. And unfortunately, I did not get off the peninsula, so I cannot tell you more about it. Sakala I only know because I was on it a few times. Met some good people there. And also for our Bugles role, that is still very active right now. You have to go on, comment on a post, and then go into pound Bugles and put on there what you commented so you can get a role. Kirk usually gives out some type of prize in some shape, way, or form. I don't know which ones he's doing this year or not, but you can check out that channel and get the updates there. If you have any Daisy in real life photos, please feel free to share them on the Daisy in real life photos Discord page. Let's see. You have 30 minutes until restart time, and if you're like me, you only have 20 minutes left. About 10 minutes in, you're going to want to hop off because remember, if you are unconscious, if you die and restart is happening, you lose everything. That's why I always make sure to go ahead and log off so that this way I'm not dead and all, my base is locked up and everything is taken care of. Ooh. And for those who are on the general classic page, build anywhere is located so you can build, but there are still some glitches. Let's see. I'm just taking a look at it. Apparently on classic, when you make a fence, if you make it inside of a building, but you don't do the upper and lower sections of the fence, you're going to want to go on ahead and not keep going, and you'll have to readjust it because it'll let you do one, then you can't take it down. So be aware if you're trying to build on a different server that is a possibility. Especially on Classic, looks like it's an issue. Thank you to BMX for posting that on there and letting someone know. Let's see. Oh, we have red chain server connection. All right, it looks like I am back. And it says this is still on. Can y'all hear me on the radio? What? Perfect. All right, I don't know what happened there. I had the red connection and then all of a sudden it kicked me, saying connection to me and the server has been lost. Went ahead and did a quick speed test on my computer, and for some weird reason it was a lot less than what we normally have. Um, but I'm back now, everyone. So, like I was saying, I actually don't remember what I was saying. But see what I mean about these things happening? That's why you shouldn't be driving when these things happen. Normally I come back, this right here would be turned off, but since it's turned on, if I was driving, I probably would be dead. Which is another glitch I have had before, to where it was my computer, because I was on my laptop originally, getting in and out of a car, and like it did some weird restart thing. I found myself floating in an ocean or between the land. Sometimes you just kind of have to kind of log out a bit and come back in. When you're in the ocean, though, you might want to go ahead and place a ticket, and hopefully someone is on immediately to pull you from there, because that is usually a pretty long swim to shore. And depending on where you're at, like I showed up that way, and thankfully I had all my gear, but I was able to make it back. That's why, like Ernie had said, when you are on DayZ, nothing on this server is truly yours. It is just borrowed, because DayZ is going to DayZ, and these glitches do happen. And of course, as long as you have a little bit of backup or you know where you're going to find it, you can always go ahead and replace whatever you have lost. So I'm probably going to have to keep checking my connection to the server, make sure everything's going well. Here we go. So, hon, were you talking to me? I was looking at Discord. All right. Sorry, I'm back right there. I was looking at Discord, letting everyone know I'm on. And of course, once more, looks like, let's see how the weather's looking right now, everyone. Oh, looks like it is beautiful and sunny back here on Chernaris. Other than the little guy spawning a bunch of cars over on the coast, it seems like a pretty quiet night. Don't forget, we also have the mission going. Go ahead and turn this back on so I can see the updates from the mission. One of the only downsides to being here on the um, Radio Zenit is I can broadcast out, but I cannot broadcast in. Which, so I turned my radio on so I can see the missions, so it'll keep everyone updated on them. And of course, I heard the chicken and thing, but since I logged out, it's probably not there no more. Let me close this. Okay, that door is still closed. I like keeping that door closed, even though I don't think a bunch of zombies spawn here. Oh, someone has found the piggies. Good luck, adventure on these piggies. Make sure you go ahead and get them and try to go ahead and get some of the extra meat as well. Because make sure we feed our other players at one of the traders. I'm not saying you have to do it. I am asking. It's normally why I like doing the piggy mission. It's actually one of my favorite ones. That and the tent one. So the original radio mission before they had to be revamped completely was that when we did the tent one, they had like a cute little cauldron, kind of like from the witch thing. Oh, it was my favorite. It was like a cooking pot, but it was in cauldron form. So wearing my little witch's hood and my outfit, it made me, you know, I'm a very big Halloween person, people. I love Halloween. You can find me wandering around with my red witch's hood and my black firefighter outfit. Oh, see, this is what I mean for those who are sitting here listening. The picnic tables outside Nagorno and the coordinates are posted. This is where you need I survive to put it in. You have 23 minutes, event survivor, to go ahead and get that meat over there to get that prize. Even though you have 23 minutes left right here, you have about 16 before restart is you're forced off. So in about 16 minutes is when you will be kicked by the server itself prior to the restart. And then about 12 minutes I will be logging off and posting this video to YouTube. I'm going to have to go on ahead and do a little editing to it only because of I had to log out and log back in and do some other things. So once I get that taken care of, I will make sure to go ahead and get that video posted sometime this evening. And then I'm going to leave Radio Zenit and go flying around the coast. And by flying, I mean I'm not the one driving, because apparently with the red server thing, I probably would be dead by now. 100%. Yeah, 100% would be dead. All right, folks. I hope everyone's having a beautiful, lovely evening tonight. To the person doing the missions, good luck on this 17 minutes that you actually have. No, it's supposed to end by like 8 o'clock, but he doesn't have that much time. He'll be kicked about 5 minutes still. And of course, once more, just a friendly reminder, we are a PvE server with PvP zones, and those are inside Northwest Airfield and Tizzy, and both players must be inside the fence line. Try not to be a douche to other people on the server. So do not spawn a bunch of cars like someone did in Electro earlier, and do not leave car parts in the middle of the road. That is how people die. Oh, looks like Savage is posting something. Dot, 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 dot. Hello, Savage. How are you this evening? And of course, my kid here is asking for food already. I'm hanky. I'm not fat. So, all right. So, beautiful day. Go ahead and finish with those missions. I'm probably going to log off a little early, y'all. Because like he said, we do need dinner. I kind of came home and took a nap. actually waiting to see if it's assault. I kind of want to know if they made it by the server restart. So I'm sitting here kind of watching it to see if the radio missions made it. Because with that time frame, there's only a couple people on the server that drive really, really fast and can make it within a time frame, depending on where they have it at. So I kind of want to know who it is that made it. And a lot of times, Kaz usually likes to just fly up to these things, even if he doesn't actually finish them. He just likes to be involved. So you see him coming up, he's usually just there to help you out. He's not there to steal the missions from anyone. And if you ever want to ride with him, because sometimes he can get there a lot quicker than most other places, and 90% of the time, 99% of the time, you're alive still. There is that 1% of the time, though, there is a glitch, and he usually ends up dying. But that is why I say you can, when flying in Kaz Uber Air or Kaz's Gunter rides, there, you make sure you get yourself a life insurance policy worth a couple nails. Hmm. So he doesn't always Uber for people, but when he does, it's guaranteed you will arrive there. And someone once said they downloaded into their digital pants with his driving because their laptop did not keep up, and every time it looked like they were doing something, it looked like you were about to die, which was hilarious. I miss doing that. Some of our long-term players, they come and go. It's one of the best things. Yep. So Bitterroot is one of the fewer modded servers that has its own trader, and it's one of the ones that you can actually go talk to people. They have security AI that go around it. I'm looking at some of the updates here that need adjustments, and they're supposed to be putting one in Nova Caustic. It feels like that map has actually been more popular lately. And yes, I know I talk about it a lot because that's actually one of my favorite maps besides this one. I can't spawn a car, so I'm used to running the map. I do have a car now though, but I don't. AI will kill it really quickly if you're not careful. So, and they spawn in with the police car wrecks too. Oh, the mission is still ongoing, so I guess Survivor, you have not made it to the points that you're directed to. Sometimes by yourself it takes a little bit to get all the piggy meat that you need. All right. You can look in the announcements page on the Discord, which is where Kirk sent out the welcome to the newest admin, which is lovely here. We also have a suggestion box that you can take a look at.
I'll take a look at your box.
So if you have any suggestions, it's /suggestion, and that'll put it in the queue for Kirk to take a look at if you have anything suggested for the server. He will go on ahead, he'll look at it and let you know. Here we go, taking a look here. I'm just trying to make sure there ain't nothing I need to report going on in Neo News. I might just log off a little bit early. In about 5 minutes is when I would log off normally anyway. I'm still waiting to see if anyone has completed the radio mission, because that is one of my things. Where is the... Hmm. There it is. Tips, tricks, and hints at the bottom of the Discord if anyone's interested. That's where they also posted the updated IP address to the other servers. Like I said, the only one not on there is Deer Isle. Let's see. Someone shared some videos on the loot tier, the changes that are coming up with the newer updates. So if you need anything additional, you can post it in the Pounds, Tips, Tricks, and Hints channel. People go on ahead and post things in there. Some things are helpful, some things are not, it looks like. It shows you start of the map, the I survive coordinates. And of course, you always have some of the older players who are more than willing to help you. And once more, it actually sounds like it is. Nope, it's nice and sunny outside. But this is Mal, y'all, one of your lovely characters from the evening. I'm going to go on ahead and let you all go. Everyone have a safe and lovely evening.
No!
I will talk to y'all next weekend.